We are working breaking news on the coronavirus. Governor Gina Raimondo taking what officials say are aggressive steps to slow the spread of the coronavirus in Rhode Island.
This comes after the number of cases in the state jumped to 14 overnight. You can see the very latest headline scrolling at the bottom of your screen. And here's where things stand right now. And Governor Raimondo is moving April school vacation to next week, partly, she says, so educators can plan for the potential of a longer closure. Private schools are also being encouraged to close. And as we mentioned, the number of cases of the coronavirus in Rhode Island rose from 5 yesterday to 14 today. The governor has also issued an executive order requiring anyone who traveled internationally to self-quarantine for 14 days. And just a short time ago, President Donald Trump formally declared the coronavirus pandemic a national emergency. Now, this move will free up billions of dollars to help the U.S. fight the virus. Here's what he said this afternoon in the White House Rose Garden.
To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency. Two very big words. The action I am taking will open up access to up to $50 billion of very important and a large amount of money for states and territories and localities in our shared fight against this disease.
Right now it's unclear how much money Rhode Island will receive. Meantime, in the last hour, Westerly police have confirmed 2 children from their town have tested positive for the coronavirus. Now, earlier this afternoon, Governor Gina Raimondo explained why she's decided this time to close the schools. Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Schaefer joins us now live from Cranston with more on what the governor said this afternoon. Brittany?
Well, Mike, Caroline, coronavirus cases in Rhode Island more than doubled overnight. Now, Gina Raimondo says the tone of this virus has changed and everyone needs their help to change it. Restrictions and cancellations continue in Rhode Island after 9 new presumptive positive coronavirus cases are announced. According to the Department of Health, the new cases are 4 males and 5 females, including 3 children. Governor Gina Raimondo announcing students' April vacation is now next week.
Closing school for a week now will allow us not only to slow the spread of the virus, but it'll also allow us to get organized and put plans in place. Additional cleaning, additional protocols, and as I said, plans for distance learning.
Cranston High School West officials sending an email to parents alerting them a student has tested positive for COVID-19. The high school will close for 2 weeks as students and staff are ordered to quarantine. Additionally, any Rhode Island resident who has traveled internationally has been ordered to quarantine for 14 days. Raimondo says shut down any large gatherings, including church, school, and sporting events.
Every single Rhode Islander is on the front line of containing this, because what we do right now is going to determine our collective future for the next weeks and months. And we know right now this is going to get worse before it gets better.
Everyone is sacrificing in some way at this time. It's necessary and it will make a difference.
And while students are off of school next week, staff will be working on distance learning plans if the closures need to continue. New at 6, I spoke to a parent who says their April vacations may now have to be canceled. For now, live in Cranston, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.
We are tracking breaking news on the coronavirus tonight at 6 o'clock. The pandemic is now a national emergency. President Trump made that declaration this afternoon. Now, the move frees up billions of dollars in federal disaster relief for states. Now, here in Rhode Island, 9 new cases of the virus were identified today, bringing the total to 14. New tonight, we're learning one is a pre-K aged child and the other is an elementary school child. Both are from Westerly. A student at Cranston West and the father of a teacher at Ritchie Middle School in North Providence are also among the new cases. Governor Gina Raimondo has closed all schools next week in an effort to stem the spread of the virus. And anyone who has traveled abroad has been ordered to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. The governor has also asked the media to share these important hotline numbers. You can see those numbers right there on your screen. They're the state's coronavirus hotline. It's 401-222-8022. And there is another important hotline on the screen right now. It's for mental health assistance. That number is 401-414-5465.
In Massachusetts, Governor Charlie Baker issued an emergency order banning most gatherings that bring together 250 people or more, but said he's not ready to close schools statewide.
And as we mentioned this afternoon, President Donald Trump officially declared the coronavirus pandemic a national emergency. He said it could mean up to $50 billion for states to respond. Now he's urging them to set up emergency operation centers.
I'm also asking every hospital in this country to activate its emergency preparedness plan so that they can meet the needs of Americans everywhere.
Meantime, the partial travel ban for people coming to the U.S. from Europe goes into effect tonight at midnight, further restricting transatlantic travel.
And we continue to track a growing number of closures across Rhode Island. State lawmakers have canceled next week's General Assembly sessions. Providence City Hall will be closed to the public for 2 weeks, and the state court system is postponing trials.
For students, parents, and teachers, a major change to the school calendar. As we said, Governor Raimondo is moving up April vacation to next week, so educators have time to create remote learning plans in case a longer closure is needed. Eyewitness News reporter Brittany Schaefer spoke with one family who had a vacation planned in April and now has to make new plans.
And she joins us now live in Cranston with the details that are new at 6. Brittany?
Well, Mike, Caroline, I spoke to a mother who has 2 kids at Rhode Island Public Schools. She tells me she's concerned about the possibility of her kids having to learn from home while she has to continue working. Indiana Torres and her son Jefferson tell me it's hard to feel normal after Governor Gina Raimondo announces April vacation will be early to combat COVID-19.
So sad because we have our kids at school and we want to keep living normal and we can't because it's going on. I work and I have my kids at school so I can go to work.
The family already paid for their April vacation to an indoor water park. Torres tells me it will likely be canceled. 6th grader Jefferson Lozano tells me with his mother's permission, it wouldn't feel right learning from home.
We can still do all of our work, but it doesn't feel the same with actually seeing our teachers.
But Governor Gina Raimondo says these steps are necessary to contain the virus.
Closing school for a week now will allow us not only to slow the spread of the virus, but it'll also allow us to get organized and put plans in place. Additional cleaning, additional protocols, and as I said, plans for distance learning.
Raimondo says the state will get to a recovery stage, but what people do now will depend on when we get there. For now, live in Cranston, Brittany Schaefer, Eyewitness News.